What's going on, everybody? It's 4KE, and today I'm giving you guys the top 5 cameras for beginners, because a lot of people always ask me like, hey, I'm looking to get into photography or videography, what type of camera should I use? Like, I want to look for something, but you know, usually they're on a budget, so these are kind of budget friendly and also just some good quality cameras that I've done some research on to actually just know like, okay, this is gonna be pretty good for you. Before I give you the list, actually, you need to know like, what do you need the camera for and other things, but we'll get into that in the video. All right, so I wrote some notes down, and these are a few things that you need to think about before you actually invest into a camera. So the things I have written down is quality. You know, does it shoot 4K? Is it 720? I hope it's not 720, because honestly, we're in a new age. You shouldn't be shooting 720. But is it 4K? Is it just 1080? Like, you need to know these things about the camera. The frame rate, does it have 120 frames per second, which equals slow motion? Does it have 60 frames per second, which is also slow motion, but it's really not that, you know, good of slow motion. The first camera that I got, which is a Sony A5000, did not have 120 frames per second. It only had 60 frames per second, and it wasn't a struggle. But when we switched to the A6300 and we had the slow motion, it was just at 120 frames per second. It was just amazing. It was just like, oh no, this is real slow motion. So that's something you need to think about. The look of the camera, like, Sonys have a different look than Canons. Canons have a different look than Nikons. Nikons have a different looks from Lumix, and so forth and so forth. So you gotta understand like, what's the look that you wanna give off? What are you shooting? So are you shooting sports? Are you just doing photography? Are you looking to do videography? You know, you gotta figure out these things before you can actually figure out what type of camera you wanna get. How good is the battery life? Because this, believe it or not, is a very good question that I think you should know before you actually buy a camera, because we didn't look into that and we ended up with Sony, and Sony batteries are, don't kill me now, Sony batteries are actually pretty bad. They're pretty terrible. If you've used any of the early Sony Alpha lines, and you know that they're really not that good. Yeah, quite terrible. It's like we have like 7, honestly, because that's how many we need. But our Canon friends are over here with 2, and halfway through the shoot they're like, I'm still on 2 bars and I'm on 10% on my second battery. So that's just something that you need to know. And lastly, another important thing to know is, does it have a microphone output? Because believe it or not all cameras have a microphone output, and I think it's very essential because audio is really 80% of your video. All right, so the top 5 cameras that I can recommend to any beginners who want to get in photography or videography. For number 5, I'm gonna go with my camera, the Sony A6300. It's a great camera, honestly. 4K quality, 1080p at 120 frames per second, 4K 24 frames per second. So 24 is what we naturally see. That's gonna be for anybody who wants to get in vlogging or anything like that. You won't have any slow motion at 4K, but honestly, I don't think you really need it, because if you don't have a really good computer that can process that, then you're gonna take forever editing. So 4K at 24 frames per second, 1080p at 120 frames per second, which is slow motion. You do have a microphone input right here. Boom, it's amazing, I promise you. You get a better grip. I had an A5000 before, and it was honestly just like so small in my hand. This is really good for photos and videography. I really recommend Sony for videography. It does have a little pull-out screen like this. My A5000 actually had a flip up screen, which is really cool, and I recommend this for anybody who really just is not really a vlogger, but you really want to get into videography. You can get a Sony A6300 for about $700 brand new, or you can look online and probably find one for about $550. It's pretty good, honestly, price wise. If you know, do a couple shoots, or you just save some money up, it won't be that hard to kind of get there, but you know, with some work, you know what I'm saying, you can figure out how to make it work. Especially if you college students doing a refund check, don't blow that refund check on clothes. Get you a camera. This camera gonna make you more money, I promise. I promise. Coming in at number 4, we got the Canon M50, and the Canon M50 is a smooth little camera, honestly, in my opinion. It does have 4K quality at 24 frames per second. You do get the 1080p in slow motion, and you also, you know, brings the swivel screen, which is honestly the best bang for your buck if you're going to be a vlogger or anything like that. With the YouTube age that we're currently in, a lot of people do like to vlog, so I would recommend the swivel screen right here. Canon is really good color science when it comes to just photography. So if you want to take photos but you also want to vlog a little bit, I do recommend the Canon M50. The price point at it is going to be $599 for the body and the lens, or you can get it for about $575 just for the body. That's a smooth little camera in my opinion. Like I said, you really can't beat this swivel out screen, the 4K quality. It just released in 2018, so it's a fairly new camera, and a lot of YouTubers actually recommend this camera as a beginning camera because of just how simple it is to use and the capabilities of this camera. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Sony a6400, and the difference between the a6400 and my 6300 is actually a lot. The 6400 has the flip up screen with it, just like I had on my first camera. So they brought it back for the 6400, which is really good for vlogging. But when it flips up, like right here, it gets in way of the microphone, so you're gonna have to find an attachment that puts the microphone on the side if you're gonna vlog. With the Canon M50, like I said, you really don't have the problem because the flip out screen comes on the side right here. I do like the 6400. It's smaller, and I can easily fit this in my pocket. I'm not gonna hold you. And even if you have, like, a lot of people wear fanny packs or like chest bags, I put my camera in my chest bag before and just gone about my day. So it's very convenient with Sony's, which is why I recommend Sony's a lot, because it's so much bang for your buck. The a6400 has 4K, it has your 1080p. It has a better quality because it's newer. It has better science behind it. All of the specs and little things like that you guys technically don't really understand right now, but that's okay. But all you need to know is it has 4K, has 1080p for slow motion, has a flip up screen, and it's very, very travel friendly. Price point on the a6400 is gonna be about $899 for just the body and $1,000 for the body and the lens. So that's coming from Best Buy. You might be able to find that somewhere else for a cheaper price. So yeah, you do have to invest in yourself. So this is what we're trying to do. I'm trying to keep it under $1,500 reasonably. We had bought our first camera for a deal, $350 or something like that, in Best Buy, open box deal. And then our second camera came from a friend, RJ Visual, shout out to you. We got it off of him for $275, but it was just the body only. But yes, coming in at number 3 is the Sony a6400. Coming in at number 2, not 4, that's 2, boom, boom, you feel me? We got the Canon T7i. The Canon T7i is actually surprising camera. This camera is honestly, it's kind of fire. I'm not gonna hold you, because the first time I used it was in class, and I was like, oh, this about to make me switch to Canon. I was like, nah, I can't do that, because I'm Sony gang for life. I'm a Sony chef. That's how I live it. That's how I cook it up, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, this camera is great. It has a swivel touchscreen display that you can use, and the touchscreen is very, very useful, I can honestly say, because I don't have one. So when I use a camera with touchscreen, I love it because it's just like doo 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 doo, and you just get to where you need to go. And it does not have 4K. But is that really a factor right now? Let's be for real. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. It has Wi-Fi connection and Bluetooth. And I forgot to mention that with any of the other cameras, but the Sony a6400 and the a6300 does have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So if you're on set and you just took some pictures of somebody, or you're just out and you took some pictures of somebody and they're like, hey, how can I get those? You can be like, hey, I can actually send them to you right now. Just let me send them to my phone. I think it's very useful because I do it all the time, and people are actually very surprised, especially if you have Adobe Lightroom on your phone and you can just edit it real quick. They're like, wow, I just got a free photo and it's edited just like this within 5 minutes. And it's also a way you can make some money, so you gotta think smarter. The price point for the T7i is a pretty smooth price. I will guarantee that. You can get it for $499 just a body, or you can get it for $550. Walmart does have a deal for like the creative kit where you can get it for $500. Just do some research and search it up. But this is a really good deal for people who want to start off beginning. Canon is really good in photography. Like I said, the colors are great. The autofocus is great. It's gonna be smooth. You get the touchscreen swivel screen. You get what I'm saying? You get the touchscreen swivel display, and I think that's very great for vlogging and certain things of that nature. So the Canon T7i is coming in at number 2. Coming in at number 1. No, I'm just kidding. Coming in at number 1 is going to be your handy dandy iPhone. Okay, I know not everybody has the new iPhone 11 Pro Plus like I do. I had to step up from the 7. I'm not gonna lie, I really did. Your iPhone honestly has really great quality. I will not lie about that, especially if it's the iPhone 11 Pro Max like I have. I'm gonna be honest. My phone camera might be better than my actual camera that I actually use. My phone shoots 4K in 60 frames per second. 4K slow-mo, like, why don't I just do shoots on my phone? Like, I just be out there, you know. But you get different things. It's actually stabilized cameras in these too, so that's another thing. But your iPhone is very great, especially if you just want to vlog. Like, a lot of people come to me and they're like, I want to do vlog stuff, or I just want to start. I'm like, use your phone. You pay for it for a reason. That has really great quality. All you have to do is make sure you edit it quite nice, or, you know, buy some apps. It's like a $10 app like Filmic Pro. That's what we use for our first YouTube video, and believe it or not, you can get very great quality off your phone. You just have to kind of color it right, and you just have to make sure you're shooting it right. I think you'll be great off. Like, just record yourself, get you a selfie stick, or even one of these, and actually get yourself a Joby Gorilla Pod, something like this. And it comes with the iPhone clamp, but it also comes with one for your camera. So that's what I find very neat. You can just take this out, you know what I'm saying, point it to yourself, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying, vlog like this. This is smooth. Like I said, great camera on here, so I would recommend using this, honestly. Or you can use it for your camera. Doesn't matter. Bang for your buck. It's whatever. But that's not important. No, I'm just kidding. I know what's important is that you can use your iPhone when you just need to. You know, we have a whole bunch of technology out there. You can get a microphone for your iPhone that you can just plug onto your phone, and now you have good audio and you got good camera quality. And if you want to do YouTube videos like inside your house like this or anything like that, get you a little tripod with a iPhone clip on it, and you can use it just like that. So it's plenty of opportunities that you can do to save money with your iPhone, and it's the best quality. And the main important thing is that you just start. A lot of people wait because they feel like they don't have the right equipment, but just start with something and you'll never know where it will really end you up, honestly. Boom, so that is the top 5 cameras in my opinion. I already gave you the rundown of what you need to check beforehand before you actually buy one of these cameras. But top 5, not in any specific order. We have the Sony a6300. Boom. You got the Canon M50. You got the Sony a6400. You have the Canon T7i, and then you have your iPhone. As long as it's not an iPhone 7. Sorry, I'm done playing the iPhone 7. But man, it just, we're behind. It's way ahead, you know, we're way ahead of time right now. But those are the top 5 right now. The honorable mention is a Lumix GH5. Really great. I've seen some guys on YouTube make movie-like quality with that camera. So honorable mention is Lumix GH5. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you're needing some help on, you can comment below and I'll try to help you out. I'm trying to do these helpful videos on my channel or my Instagram more so, because a lot of people ask me questions and I want to give back. I want to have another reason to create, and this is what it's all about. So feel free to hit me up. Other than that, 4KE out.